So this is pretty funny as well. So Dua Lipa's third album is a flop era compared to her first two albums as well. Still did better than, Doja Cat, which Doja Cat's new album failed because he really lost a lot of her fans. Because he really just told her fans to F off, and then he started making pissed off conservatives as well. And then, of course, Miley Cyrus's album failed. But there's another album that Twitter kept promoting this past year, like it's this huge event that everyone must listen to. And of course, um, Midnight Sun. Yep. Midnight Sun was a flop. The song we all know is a flop. We don't need to repeat this history once again. But Midnight Sun is a flop album. Who, if you watched our previous video about Midnight Sun, you already have known that this album was gonna fail. It wasn't gonna sell very well. No one was gonna stream it, and and really shows you that Twitter is this huge echo chamber as well. This huge, massive echo chamber as well. At least the first two albums at least had some sort of longevity as well, on Spotify. But, Doja Cat's new album flopped because he basically alienated a lot of her fans as well, which is crazy to believe, but not too surprising given the fact that he alienated a lot of her fans. We also have Miley Cyrus's garbage album flopping, but Miley Cyrus is an artist that has never made a good song, so that isn't really saying something all too well either, because Miley Cyrus is just not even a good artist. She is a pretty mediocre artist, and most of her songs, even her hit songs, are not even that great. Like, is Flowers really that great of a song? Said no one ever. And basically, people are sick of Miley Cyrus. That's why Something Beautiful flopped as well. Okay, as well. But of course, Midnight Sun was this going to be this huge, successful, massive, gigantic, ginormous success of our album. It's gonna put Taylor Swift's numbers to shame. But I kept saying on Twitter and also occasionally on YouTube that this Midnight Sun album was a huge flop. And Twitter in a nutshell was basically promoting an obscure album and trying to make it like this huge, massive, ginormous hit album that was going to sell millions and millions of copies over the next couple months. Nope. Midnight Sun was a failure as well. Heck, it's even bigger failure than Cowboy Carter it was last year as well. And Bayhive tried to explain to us that Cowboy Carter was this huge, massive success as well. I'm sure debuts don't really mean anything when Brat has more streams and sales as well here. And yeah, same thing with Radical Optimism. Like, yes, debut numbers for like some artists are actually pretty important, like for Taylor Swift. But sometimes albums and songs can have longevity. For example, they're all saying that Sombra's album was a huge failure, even though the album is actually having decent legs and decent legs stream wise and sales wise as well. And I don't think you're going to say the same thing about Midnight Sun. I think we need to stop considering that it made the album, considering the fact that it's a huge failure, it's a huge flop, and Zara Larsson is a one-hit wonder. That's just the reality of it. Zara Larsson is a one-hit wonder, and I think we need to really just talk about this and realize that Zara Larsson is a one-hit wonder because she had one song that she wasn't featured in, I think she has two songs now with over 1 billion streams. Okay, excluding the songs he was featured in as well. And yeah, Midnight Sun was a huge failure. It was a huge flop. I think we really need to accept the fact, Stan Twitter really needs to accept the fact and stop pointing out the escopium that Midnight Sun, the album and the song, were huge successes. This is basically pure copium from Stan Twitter. The debut for the album. Oh, Midnight Sun only did 669,000 streams. The main lead single, only 45 million streams. Yeah, that's absolutely embarrassing for major artists as well here. And her album is just a huge failure. No one is listening to it. No one cares about her album as well. And yeah, this is quite embarrassing for a supposed major artist. Heck, I didn't even hear of her until this year. And yeah, 3.87 to 2.74 3 million streams. Of course, it isn't as bad as Don't Click Play and, of course, Period by Kessa. But we need to, it's just so funny that these people claim this was going to be this huge hit album. That this was going to be this huge, massive album, as well here. And yeah, this album is 100% a failure as well. Stan Critic can cry all they want, but Midnight Sun, the album, the song, was a huge failure as well. And no one's going to be buying it on, disc. No one's going to be buying CDs from Midnight Sun. It's going to be at Goodwill where no one will be buying the album. Just like Addison Rae and Period, and of course Virgin ended up as well. Goodbye.